Hungramps is an E-rank yokai of the Heartful tribe. He has the appearance of an old man with a white mustache and large eyebrows. His most prominent feature is his cone-shaped head, and is usually seen with a small drool on the side of his mouth. The yokai medallion states that, quote, "He is a yokai who is always hungry and can make other tummies rumble. That's really about the only thing he can do." And turns out that's just about enough to be effectively lethal. His ability can make people so hungry they overeat when inspirited. This yokai sounds like many people's worst nightmare. There's one yokai from Japanese folklore that has a similar ability to Hungramps, and that's the Hidarugami, which is a combination of the words Hidaru, which means hunger, and Kami, which means God. Having Kami in its name means that it's no ordinary yokai, just like Bimbogami that inspired Loro, or Shinigami, which is the god of death we so often hear in anime. Hidarugami are said to be spirits who starved to death wandering in the mountains. It is because they died alone with no grave, their spirits become evil and seek to share the agonies of their death. Luckily, you can only find them in mountain trails. When people are in the presence of the Hidarugami, they instantly feel very hungry, fatigued, and numbness in their limbs. It is akin to the feeling of starvation. The victim eventually becomes unable to move and often collapses to the floor. This is a form of possession by Hidarugami, and if no action is taken at this point, the person can die. And once they die, their souls become a part of the Hidarugami's group, and these groups slowly grow bigger. But as deadly as they sound, there's a simple way to expel the Hidarugami from your body. Just a small mouthful of staple food, like rice or bread, will block the attack and Hidarugami will leave your body. That is why, even today, hikers and mountain climbers in Japan are advised to bring a few rice balls or a lunchbox to eat along the way. Some even bring just 1 grain of rice, which if swallowed can be enough to drive Hidarugami away. Never try to throw your food at the Hidarugami because that doesn't work. Be sure to eat whatever you bring. A reason why Hidarugami's stories were so widespread in Japan was that hunger and starvation was a very real problem in pre-modern Japan, especially in the rural areas. Japan's population has gone through many periods of famine because of crop failures or greedy landlords. Hidarugami can be considered to be a personification of that societal problem. Hidarugami came into media's attention in 2001. At Mount Hakusan, 2 Australian tourists went for a walk and camped out on their own tent not so far off the road. The next day, a tourist found 2 dead bodies in the camp. The police checked inside and were surprised to find a young man and a young woman peacefully sleeping. What was weird was that there was many empty bags of junk food, chocolate wrappers, empty bento boxes, and 12 bottles of water that were also completely empty. Both were later identified as having only been there for 1 day. The case became a national wonder. There are no signs of struggle or violence. Forensics determined that both deaths were caused by starvation. Both of the bodies were in an advanced state of dehydration, and they did not find any content of all the unwrapped food in their stomachs. Many conspiracy theories arose about the people who found the bodies, but none of them had concrete evidence. Many people today still believe that the couple was killed by Hidarugami. Hungramps is obviously not as dangerous or malicious as Hidarugami, but you can really see how powerful hunger really is if you look at Hidarugami. Hunger can be dangerous, but is also easy to cure. So if you start to feel weak or tired on a mountain path, be sure to eat something before your body is overcome with fatigue and numbness. It's a race against your stomach. So, what do you think of Hungramps or Hidarugami? Ever been so hungry you wanted to pass out? Let us know in the comments below. If there are any other yokai or characters from other series you would like to see on Tokyosaurus, let us know in the comments below as well. If you liked the video, please give us a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you can get our latest videos right away. Click over there for more videos. Cause a lot of havoc wherever they go. Oni itself means demon or ogre. They usually live in remote mountains, caves, islands, or abandoned areas. They eat meat, humans, and favor alcohol. Onis are perhaps the greatest icons of Japanese folklore. Their large bodies are usually taller than the tallest man, and sometimes